This will be a day long remembered. Now I am the master.
Welcome to another episode of Legends and Theories. In the finale to The Mandalorian Season 2, many people were wondering why Bo Katan could not just take the Darksaber from Din Djarin, since she did that with Sabine Wren back in Star Wars Rebels. Just to let you know, I have not seen any of the videos on this topic yet, so if this sounds similar to those, it's a complete coincidence. I think the main reason behind it is that Sabine was not the rightful owner of the Darksaber. What I mean by this is she never defeated the previous holder, Maul, in combat, so she had no claim to it. If you look throughout history of Star Wars, each person who took it, with the possible exception of the Jedi, were able to defeat the previous holder in combat. First, we had Pre-Vizsla, where we don't know how he got it, but we do know that he would have won it in combat or inherited it from his father. Then we have Maul, who was able to defeat Vizsla after Maul took it. Sabine stole it from him, and then she was able to defeat Gar Saxon, who did take the blade, but since he was not the rightful owner of it, and stole it just like Sabine did, he is not the rightful owner, and so she is still not it. Since Bo Katan held it, she technically wasn't the rightful owner, but since Maul was dead by this point, there was no real way to clarify this, so she was just a default owner. That was until Moff Gideon likely defeated her. Although we don't know this is for certain, we know that it is extremely likely, because if it was not, she would either be seen still as the rightful ruler of Mandalore, or she would have had no problem with taking it back from Djarin, since Gideon wasn't the rightful owner of it. And also, Gideon explained exactly how it worked, so it seemed like he did win in traditional combat. There's one thing that I remember existed in Legends that could possibly overpower the Darksaber in terms of historic value and put them as the leader of Mandalorians. This is the Mask of Mandalore, which in the Mandalorian Wars, Revan took from the Mandalore of the time and hid away. He eventually was able to find it again after he lost his memory and make Kandor Zordo the new Mandalore, so the Mandalorian factions would not try anything else again, and also to help out his old friend. Speaking of Revan, I think he may have been an owner of the Darksaber. In fact, he's probably the one who caused it to be put into the protection of the Jedi Order, because I think that the Mandalore he fought at the time held the Darksaber, and whether that is Tar Vizsla, the person who created it, or someone else, I feel like it did happen, and Revan possibly used that as Dark Lord of the Sith until he eventually lost it when his memory was wiped, assuming the story goes the same way. Now that Din Djarin is the rightful owner of the Darksaber, you may be wondering why would he try to lead the people when he is not interested in it? But remember, he never said he wasn't interested fully. He said his main priority was to reunite Grogu with the Jedi, and everything else was second to that. So, now that Grogu is gone, Djarin will likely lead the Mandalorian people, or at least help a new Mandalore to the throne. Because if you look at how Season 2 ended, it seems like that is the only story that's potentially set up for Season 3. Unless they decide to do something new and original that's completely random and not based off of anything that happened in the show before. but knowing Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni, I feel like what I said is pretty likely, and what I said just recently about it being completely random does not seem like it would happen. Thank you for watching this episode of Legends and Theories, and may the Force be with you.